Before y'all go off about how long it took me to get this video up, let me explain. Hey y'all, I'm Katie. Welcome back to my channel. If you are a returner, if you are new here, thanks so much for stopping by. You are about to watch part 2 of my self-love series. If you have not watched part 1, pause this right quick, go watch that, and then come back and watch this because I want you to get everything, okay? It's been a long last couple of weeks. I don't know, I'm still figuring this thing out. I'm still finding my way, and I want to create the best content. You know I am new to YouTube, but I like my stuff to look a certain way. I like it to sound a certain way. So if I feel like it's not right, you know, I'm just not gonna put it up. I'm gonna delete the footage. Okay, I'm not gonna delete it immediately, but I just want to produce the best content, and I want to do this right. You get what I'm saying? Like, I don't want to just put stuff out there just because and be rushing and stuff like that. So I'm gonna get better. The better I get, the more consistent I can be. How about that? So what this self-love series is about is how to learn to love yourself. In video number 1, we talked about what self-love was. We also talked about what it means to accept versus approving. And then we talked about ways that we do not love ourselves, for those of us who have trouble defining what self-love is. And so all of that information that was talked about previously, we're just gonna build on that, okay? We're gonna build on that. We're gonna talk about some things. I have my handy dandy notebook here, Blue's Clues in this bit, and yeah, let's just do it. Once you're done watching, if you like this video, give me a thumbs up, share it with a friend. If you would like to hear more from me, please subscribe. I'm so happy about my little subscribers. I'm growing. I've gotten so much positive feedback. Everybody loved the first video, so I was like, I have to keep the same momentum. That's why I couldn't post no raggedy video, y'all, okay? I'm also repping my, BGPSA, bam, bow, bow, squad, gang, gang. You know, they don't know nothing about that. They don't know nothing about that. Yeah, nothing about that. So today, class, we're going to be talking about how to learn to love yourself. I'm doing this self-love series because I just feel like it's necessary for people to love themselves. Self-love is a hot topic right now, but everybody isn't doing it right. So number 1, in video number 1, we talked about acceptance, right? And what it means to accept ourselves, where we are, how we are, what we are, who we are in this very moment, so that we can move forward, right? Accepting yourself is where you're going to get real. It's where you're going to look in the mirror and you're going to be like, sis, bro, you don't got it together, bro. You tripping. You crazy. You think. Accepting doesn't mean that you get to waddle, though. Don't do that. Don't sit in the mirror and have a pity party, okay? This is just you being aware. Acceptance, awareness. You are making yourself aware that there are things that you need to work on. How about that? That is great, Katie. Acceptance means making yourself aware that there are things you need to work on. You see a lot of people, they in the tub, They got the bubble bath going. They got their wine. They got their candles lit. They got some India Ari going. And they're like, ooh, you know, self-love Sunday, self-love Saturday. Okay, that's good. I mean, you definitely need to take a bath. But what I'm saying is, are you really putting in the work mentally, spiritually, and emotionally? Because that is where the difference comes. Once you accept that there are things that you need to work on in regards to loving yourself, in regards to treating yourself better, you have to renew your mind. Every negative thought that you have about yourself has to go. All those negative theories, all those negative emotions, those things have to go. Once you become aware, you accept, you become aware that I have these things to work on. Renewing your mind means changing your thought process about those things. I'll give you an example. One of my negative mindsets was that God does not listen to me. I know it's weird. It's weird. I believe in God. I've always been in church. Yes, my faith has wavered. But even, you know, I would say it jokingly to people all the time in regards to prayer. Like, oh, well, put up a prayer for me because God don't listen to me. You know, he sends me straight to voicemail. I would say that all the time. And, you know, I'm a silly person. I make jokes all the time. But I really felt that. I really believed that. And I said it so much until the point where I just stopped praying altogether. I just never prayed about anything. No, I didn't. And that affected my mental, my belief that God does not listen to me, affected me spiritually and emotionally. Emotionally, I was sad and depressed. And spiritually, I was just disconnected. I was like a zombie on the inside. I didn't feel anything. I had convinced myself of this. Started as a joke, but eventually it just became my reality. Like, sis, you can't get a prayer through. And when I realized that I said it so much, and then I got to the point where I really needed God, and I was praying and I felt ignored. And I don't, you know, not trying to be super spiritual in the video, but God is a big part of my life. And so I'm sharing my experience to help you. Once I stopped believing that and started really putting effort into praying and putting effort into connecting with God, you know, things turned around for me. And ultimately, I really believed that God didn't listen to me because I didn't believe I was worth listening to. And that belief it was not grounded in self-love. You see what I'm saying? So yeah, it's things like that that you really sometimes you don't even think about. There may be things on your list that you've never even thought about, and there may be something that comes up later in your journey where you're just like, dang, I can't believe that I really thought like this all this time. But that's okay. It's a journey for a reason. It's continuous, and you need to enjoy it. Start loving yourself more now. There is no perfect time. You do not need permission. Don't wait on nobody to tell you, girl, you need to love yourself. You do not need a host of speeches. I feel like y'all get that part because I've been talking about that too long. Y'all got it? Cool. If you don't, leave me a comment, send me an email. We'll talk about it later. Okay? All right. Step number 3. So now that you have renewed your mind, you have changed your thought processes around everything on your list. Now it's time to start affirming. Affirm, let me Google it right quick. Affirm is the financial company for everyday people. I want the definition, boo. Oh, child, when am I gonna grow up, honey? Probably never. Okay, affirm. Affirm means to state as a fact. Assert strongly and publicly. Y'all heard the people. Affirm means to state as a fact. Affirmations are factual statements that you are manifesting. You are putting it out into the atmosphere. You are saying it as it is. So this is where you are putting your faith to action. You are speaking life over yourself. You are speaking love over yourself. Let me just give you an example. If part of your list was, I don't think I'm attractive. Well, you need to start telling yourself that you're beautiful. If part of your list is that relationships don't work out for me. Relationships don't work. I don't want to be in a relationship. I'm tired of relationships. I'm tired of niggas. I'm tired of... Girl. You keep on saying you tired. You gonna stay tired, sis. You gonna stay tired. Like you are going to stay tired. You're never gonna attract love. And I'm not saying affirmations is like, it's not a magic wand or anything like that. But you have to start telling yourself, I am open to relationships. You don't even have to say you want a relationship, because you probably are in a space where you don't want one right now, and that's cool. You don't have to want a relationship. But just because you're in a space, just because you may be in a space where you don't want a relationship, don't speak into existence that you'll never have one. Or that you don't desire that when you really do. And the reason why I say that is because sometimes we're afraid to say that we want something because we already believe that we can't have it. So you pretend that you don't want it because you believe that you can't have it. We have access to so many things, but our mind won't let us go get it. One of my favorite affirmations is, I am well, it is well, all is well. I am well means I am okay. It is well means whatever that is, it could be a person, whatever, it's fine. All is well, it's just everything's gonna be okay. I am well, it is well, all is well. And if that's just something you want to start with, feel free. I don't mind you using it. But affirmations, some people use, so when you start affirming, you may want a journal, you may want to write your affirmations down, you may want to stick them to the wall, or you just may want to recite it quietly to yourself. like I do, you may want to start meditation. For those of you who want to kind of get into meditation, I use the Calm app, and I just started getting into Headspace because I'm trying it out. As of right now, I like the Calm app better. Also, there's this app that I discovered by following Sheila Marie, the Sheila Marie. She is one of my favorite people. She is an advocate for Black women and healing, and she is so transparent, and I absolutely love her. I'll leave her information in the description box so you can go follow her. But she recommended this app called Selfish Babes, and it is a really great app. It is Black owned, and she sends out affirmations every day. She also has a self-love podcast. It's just a great self-love app, period. The app is really good if you just need a start, if you just need to kind of figure out what are affirmations. Google it. You can Google everything and just come up with your own. Come up with your own that are catered to your situation. Step number 4, you are going to have to commit. Commit to the process. And I know so many times people say, just trust the process, trust the process. But you can't trust the process if you're not putting any work toward it. You can't watch these videos, download the app, go follow Sheila, go buy the book, and then be like, I don't feel better. But did you do anything that was in the book? Did you do anything that anybody said? Are you committed? Are you committed to loving yourself? Are you committed to putting in the work? Are you putting in the work? Do you even really want to start it right now? You have to understand that self-love is not a you cannot be a victim on a self-love journey. You cannot continuously be held hostage by your past, by things people have said to you, by negative emotions or relationships, because being a victim is a safe place. People like being a victim of life and circumstances because it takes away responsibility from them, because they don't have to be responsible for the things that happen to them. And when you find a person who is miserable and sad and lacks self-love, yet when you ask them about anything that's going on in their life, the only explanation is someone else, that's a victim. Don't be that person. Don't be the victim. And I do know that there are things that have happened in all of our lives that we wish did not happen, that we wish we weren't there, we wish people never said these things to us. I'm sure we all have some form of regret. There is something in us that we have harbored. But at the end of the day, this is so cliche, but you are only hurting yourself. Stop worrying about people who ain't worried about you. Them people ain't worried about you. Whoever you worried about is not worried about you. Whatever happened 10 years ago, you have to let it go. You have to let it go. You have to let it go. Let it go, or just stay where you at until you're ready to let it go. At some point, you are going to have to move forward. You need to let it go so you can have room for the good stuff. Affirm. Tell yourself, I am releasing every negative thought from my mind. I'm releasing every negative person that's attached to me. I'm releasing it, and you have to let it go. You're not gonna let it go in one day. Like I said, it's a journey, but you got to let them people go. Let it go, okay? So yes, that's rule number 4. You have to commit. And then the next thing is you have to consistently reevaluate. Like I said, it's a journey. There are several levels to self-love, and every now and then you're going to have to just take a moment and think, like, how have I been treating myself? Have I been good to myself? Have I been thinking positive thoughts? Have I been putting myself down? Have I been eating well? Have I been taking care of my body? Have I been taking care of my spirit? Have I been drinking enough water? Are you getting enough sleep? It is very important that you constantly reevaluate. You have to constantly reevaluate where you are, just so that you can make sure that you're growing. That's it. You just want to make sure that you're growing, and understand that every opportunity and every situation that presents itself is an opportunity for growth. You will be challenging the thoughts of your parents, your peers, maybe your partner, your spouse, whoever you're dating. This journey is, there will be difficult parts, but I promise you the reward is so worth it. When you get to that place where you are just so full of love for yourself, and you make yourself a priority consistently, when you can easily say, no, not today, I can't do it. When you're praying and your heart is filled with joy through your prayers. When you affirm and you believe it, like, that is one of the most beautiful feelings that self-love can bring to you. I want that for each and every one of you. And I feel like everybody on the planet needs self-love. All right, so let's go over our steps. So number 1, we're going to accept, and accepting just means that you are bringing awareness to the things that you need to work on, but it does not mean that you approve. Never ever forget that. Number 2, you are going to start the process of renewing your mind, and renewing your mind means going down that list and changing your thought process, working on one thing at a time, 2 things at a time, 3 things at a time. You Superman, you want to do everything, honey, be my guest, okay? But as long as you're making steps toward renewing your mind, that just means changing all those negative thoughts and behaviors that you have listed. Number 3 is affirmation. You're gonna start speaking things over your life that you want to happen. Set your new mind in stone. You will no longer think like you used to think. You are claiming it. You are speaking love over your life every day in every way. You got your sticky notes on the wall, like you loving yourself. That's number 3. Number 4, you need to stay committed. Commit to healing, commit to love, commit to the journey, commit to the process, because you cannot trust the process if you are not putting in the work. And number 5 is to reevaluate consistently. Constantly reevaluate where you are, so you can manage your growth, so you can know that you're growing, know that you're on the right path. And it's okay if you stumble. It's a journey, people. Remember, it is a journey, and I am right there with you. All right, people, so I know there was a lot of information to take in, but we are done with part 2. We have 4 more videos. More videos to go. Hey, no. videos to come. If you like this video, please give me a thumbs up. If you would like to leave a comment, tell me what you think, ask me some questions. Please leave a comment in the comment section. I always respond. Also, if you would like to share this video, please do. I would love that. Spread the love around. And one more thing, if you would like to subscribe to my channel, I would greatly appreciate it. Please subscribe. I am growing little by little, and I'm so thankful for it. Thankful for the platform. It is a great way for me to get out this information to you guys, and I'm going to keep it coming. Don't forget to check out the resources down in the description box. I'm going to leave a link to Sheila Marie's Instagram, where she shares all of her little gems of knowledge. I'm also going to leave a link to Selfish Babes, so you can follow them as well and download that app. I'm going to leave another link to the book, and I'm also going to leave a link to a blog post. I'm also going to leave a link to a blog post that I wrote entitled, "Do You Really Love Yourself?" to kind of help you with that reevaluation piece, so you can see what you need to be asking yourself and what you need to do to love yourself to death. You feel me? Okay, so yeah, that is all. Thanks so much for watching. Yeah, that is it. I did it. Somebody loves you, baby, and it better be yourself. Girl, you got that lighting popping. Girl, you got them settings right. What? Makeup matching? What?